Hi everybody, I'm Mike Gasior and welcome to my November video commentary. The topic I chose to talk about this month was brought on by my newsletter last month, which painted a picture about a $53 trillion liability the U.S. government is carrying, thanks to its commitments to Social Security, Medicare, government pensions, and so on. And I got a slew of emails, letters, even a few in-person requests, including one actually just yesterday in a seminar of mine, where a gentleman asked me a reasonable question. You know, Mike, it's a dire situation that you paint for the future. What can we as individuals do to protect ourselves? And I figured that's a reasonable thing. If I'm going to bring up such a dire situation, I should offer some sort of an answer as to what you can do to protect yourself in the future. And I'm going to bring up first a couple secrets of mine I shared a few months back in another video commentary. One was the secret of life. The other one was the secret to dieting. Now, first of all, the secret of life, and it absolutely really is. Successful people are willing to do the things the unsuccessful people aren't willing to do. Simple as that. The secret of dieting was simple too. Put the sandwich down, man. That's what I said. And what's funny is I got hundreds of emails. I got one today. A guy says he's lost 25 pounds on the Mike Gasior Put the Sandwich Down diet. I honestly don't understand why the diet industry is as big an industry as it is. Billions of dollars every year is spent on books and diets and special food. It's mathematics. It's simple. Any given day, you eat a certain number of calories. Any given day, you burn a certain number of calories. If you eat more than you burn, you gain weight. If you eat less than you burn, you lose weight. It's simple. Actually, the whole thing quite baffles me, but it does bring up one situation with Americans I find troubling, which is the inability to say no to themselves in almost any regard. People technically seem to know better. I really believe that in my heart. They know better. They know they shouldn't order that double Big Mac Happy Meal at McDonald's, but they can't help themselves. They know the consequences, they just can't stop themselves. Because I'm bringing up all this dieting and secret of life stuff to set up my discussion about what you can do about your future, which is equally simple. But it's a matter of whether you're going to be able to do it or not. Before I go there, let me give you two dismal economic facts of life. The first one's been true for years and years and years. Sad to admit. But every nickel that you increase an American's net worth, whatever that means, your 401k plan, your house goes up in value or whatever, every nickel an American's net worth increases, they'll spend 4 cents of it. Absolutely a fact. The other one was a statistic just released this morning, and that is the U.S. savings rate right now is 0.2%. That's the United States national savings rate, 0.2%. So here goes, and I'm just going to, you may not like what I have to say, but what am I going to do? But here's rule number one. The pension environment has changed from the old traditional pension, the defined benefit pension, where you worked at a company a bunch of years, retired, got a pension. Now it's more of a defined contribution world, a 401k type world, where more and more every day your retirement is your responsibility. So here's rule number one. If you're not putting at least 10% of your gross pay away into a retirement plan, you're not doing the right thing. It has to be at least 10%. That can be with your employer's match. If you put 6, the employer puts 4, and that's 10. At least. More, of course, is better. Now, of course, if you want to know what do I invest the money in, that's a personal decision. Buy a book. The second thing you have to do is, besides the retirement, another 10% of your gross income needs to be put in some sort of an asset, an investment. And that's another problem I find Americans don't have a clear enough vision of, as what is an asset versus what is a liability. Americans are far too good at acquiring liabilities. And it's really a simple thing. An asset is anything that either is going to go up in value, most likely, or is going to pay you an income. A liability is anything that costs you money every month. So it's a simple recipe. You need more assets. You need to get rid of these liabilities. Simple as that. So 10% into your retirement, 10% into other investments outside of your retirement account, 20% of your gross income. And right away people are going to say to me, Mike, if I put 20% of my gross income into investments, I'm not going to be able to pay my bills. Well, you know what? You're already over your head, way over your head. And you don't have to take my advice. And I don't even care if you do or don't. I mean, I do what I have to do. That's the thing. We're all responsible. And nobody should be more concerned about your money than you are. Oh, and that's basically the extent of my advice. Save more for your retirement and in general. And speaking, since I'm in this little financial planning sort of conversation, I recently started to notice these commercials on TV. Now, Susie Orman, to save you all the profanity, I find enormously annoying. But to see her suddenly doing TV commercials for an auto finance company, come on. By and large, the people that she should be providing financial advice to are probably the last people that ought to be financing the automobiles for the companies she's shilling for now. So I actually found that just outright distasteful, to add to her amazing level of annoyingness. But anyway, that's my big lecture for the month. It was good to see you guys. And for those of you who are fans of, you ever watch on MTV, there's a show called Pimp My Ride, which if you watch it, you'll see that these young punks today, big rims are important. 22-inch rims are a big deal. I'll tell you what, till you're rolling on 40s, man, you ain't nothing. That's gangster right there. I probably won't see you guys again before the holiday, but I will see you right afterwards. So in the meantime, you guys stay safe. I'll be back right after the holidays, do another one of these. You take care. Now I got some real work to do.